Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and I am the horror show host. And today, with the help of David Maggot, we're going to be going through all the Leprechaun movies, parts 1 to 8, which is
Yes.
technically part 2.
Mhm.
And so now we've already done Leprechaun 1. I'll leave a link to that probably up here in the corner, wherever it is. I don't know what side it's going to be on. YouTube's kind of finicky like that. And we're taking a look at Leprechaun 2, which used to be my favorite of the franchise, actually.
Yes, I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, it's definitely rewatching them. Definitely it switched, but I won't tell you which one's my favorite yet. Yeah,
Can I guess or no?
you can guess. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna say part 3.
Yes. Yes, because I haven't watched them and I haven't really like rewatched them in years. And
Yeah.
part three is definitely taking the top spot over two. Yeah, but two is
Yeah.
still awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 is great.
Hmm.
I always loved it more because I think I watched it more because it was a lot shorter than
Yeah.
part 3. It's like 10 minutes shorter.
Hmm.
But then I watched part 3 the other night, and I'm like, I love these characters even
Yeah.
more than Morty from part 2.
Oh, I know.
And Morty is awesome.
Morty was like the bar, and then three came and like went above it.
Yeah. So let's get into the plot synopsis for Leprechaun 2.
Hmm.
So this is basically about it's like a fraud of a company, not company. It's not even a company. It's more just like a business where they try to sucker in tourists and they drive off and they drive past this tree. And actually, the whole tourist angle doesn't really have any impact on the story whatsoever. It just has some a greed level a part of it.
Mm.
Um, and so they drive past this tree, and this hobo goes down and releases the leprechaun with a bottle of Irish whiskey, not Irish whiskey. It's a whiskey, and he
Mm.
drinks it. He's like, ugh, the only whiskey is Irish whiskey.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so now he's not even attacking a city, more like attacking the. I'm telling this plot terribly.
Well, he's
There's
going
a
after the descendant of his the one he wanted to be his wife.
yeah, yeah, the descendant from like what was it, 1,000 years.
Yes.
And yeah, she's dating this guy who's like a fraud, a tourist sucker, and
Mhm.
I
But
don't
just the
think that's
relative
even a
of
word.
one though. He's half innocent.
Yeah, his supposed uncle
Mhm.
is the one who's really greedy, and he's awesome. Let's
Mhm.
just get into the movie.
Yep.
uh, like I was talking about in the first one, this film has this oozing charm.
Mhm.
Like from the very get go, the sets are different, the lighting's different. Um, what did you think of Leprechaun 2?
Oh man, the first one felt very 90s, but this one feels like
80s.
super. Yeah, yeah. It's got the 80s charm. It's kind of like a Ghoulies 2 feel, you know. You got the LA setting. They got their
Mhm.
the hearse tour. I love like the movie LA setting and all that in horror movies. I love horror movies about horror movie stuff, you know.
Yeah,
And it's got likable characters. They're not like as obnoxious as Jennifer Aniston. So I'd say that's
yeah,
like yeah. So
but
that's
the
yeah.
but the main actress in the film is like really a bad actress. Like it's so
Oh yeah,
noticeable.
they didn't. Oh man.
They miscast. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I think the female main characters were not the strong point in the series.
No, 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 not even part 3 or 4. They were all like
Yeah,
bimbos in those
yeah.
movies. That's what happens when you get to Leprechaun 3.
Hmm.
But I can't praise Morty enough.
Oh God, yeah. Morty. I wish Morty was my like a lot of horror characters. I wish were my relatives. You know.
Yeah, I like how he tries to give this quaint speech in one scene. Where he's like, "You sucker them in, and they come biting," but it's told with such confidence, and you're just laughing.
Hmm.
It's so slimy. Like you feel this guy just could could cheat you out of your baby, and you'd be totally okay with what he gave you.
Yeah, yeah. But he's yeah. At the same time as being like a sleazebag, he's charming, and he's nice. He's nice
Yeah,
to his nephew and whatnot.
yeah,
And yeah, he's just got this really like heartfelt charm to him at the same time as being like a total scumbag. You know.
I think my favorite one that always makes me laugh is when he's waiting for the pizza.
Yeah, and then
And he waits until it hits 30 minutes and he opens the door. He's like, it's been 30 minutes or less. Free pizza.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I feel bad for the delivery guy. He's just standing there like, what?
Yeah.
I think the film as a whole is just, it's like I said, it's very charming. The kills and blood are a lot better.
Yes.
Even though the film is actually rated R for like violence and the language, the first one had horror violence. You'd be like, wouldn't it be less gory? But no, it's actually got some good kills.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in terms of like just this movie as a whole, it's just such a fun watch. It's a quick, fun watch, even with some of the poorer performances. And like you said, it does feel like an '80s movie.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some hairstyles that are very '90s.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the
Like
way the kids dress. I like that the kids look like kids in this movie. Like they look like of age, like they look. Was he supposed to be 16? He looks like they cast close to 16. Yeah, the main character.
maybe he looks like he might be a little bit older,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah,
not too much. Like he gets in trouble for driving without a license. I'm like, I
yeah.
wonder if he's actually 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he's even 16. Well, that'd be kind of weird because then he's dating like this girl who's probably much older.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, I think that Warwick Davis came into his own in this movie. Like he had such a blast with the first one. He's got to make this one even better. And I like that we find out what his home is like in this movie, although it changes in every movie.
Yeah.
Or every movie they have it in. It's like this big cave in the tree.
Well, what they're saying, what everybody's saying lately is that not every Leprechaun is the same. Like the first one and the Returns one are the same, but everyone in between was a different Leprechaun. Because the first one is what 600 years old, and the second one is 1,000. So
Yep.
yeah, they everybody's been saying lately that they're a different Leprechaun every time.
Yeah, they're all just spawns of Warwick Davis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I love the tree. The tree was like I like the labyrinth. The tree. I love
Yeah,
the trees. The tree setting.
I like when she's trying to put rocks on the ground to
Yeah.
have like a breadcrumb trail, and
Mm-hmm.
then she turns around, they're all disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that always gets me is when it's near the end of the climax when they finally meet up with each other and the Leprechaun just bursts out of a rock. Surprise! It's like, what? Where'd he come from?
Yeah. And like the rules changed because I guess different leprechauns. Like in the first one, it was the 4-leaf clover killed him. In this one, it's iron.
Yeah, and I can see it being different leprechauns now, except for
Mm-hmm.
it's just so hard because they're all played by pretty much the same actor.
Mm-hmm.
uh, but I do like that they established new rules,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time they got rid of the older ones, and it's like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah, they're always changing. Like this one, if you have a coin, you can't get killed. And stuff like
Yeah,
that.
there's one part where he's like, "You want the coin? Come and get it." And he comes
Mm-hmm.
to charge it, and then he stops the car, but he's still holding the coin right here. Couldn't
Mm-hmm.
the leprechaun just go like?
I know, right? Yeah.
He just leaves him. It's like
Yeah.
you had every opportunity to steal the coin from him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this
What's your
movie is just a
favorite?
blast.
What's your favorite kill in this one?
Oh, I don't want to spoil it because
Oh,
it's
okay.
one of my favorite characters.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
You know
Yeah,
who I'm
that's a
talking.
good kill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we could. It's a older movie, but I'll give a spoiler warning regardless.
Oh, okay.
It's Morty's death when he
Mm-hmm.
gets the gold what do you call it? Chalice, not chalice.
Oh,
Uh,
the pot
the
of gold.
pot of gold, and he gets it. He's like wishes for his pot of gold. I like the way he. First off, I like how he asks for it. He's like, I could ask for $1 million, even $1 billion, but what I want most of all is your crummy pot of gold.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, where is it? Oh, it's coming.
And then you just
It
hear
comes
his
inside him.
stomach filling up with coins.
Yeah,
Good effect.
the whole entire pot is inside his stomach,
Mm-hmm.
which I heard that the kill was supposed to be a lot bloodier.
Mm-hmm.
but they cut around it, and you can kind of see when Cody goes out to see the body outside that there's some blood around the stomach. But when he pulls that, it's bloodless. It's like there's no blood on the pot. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's weird. It's did they go to the? Yeah, it's rated R, so they went to the MPAA. So they make it cut random stuff that they don't even explain why.
Yeah. What don't you like about Leprechaun 2?
Whew. There's not a lot I don't like about it.
It's one of those movies.
Yeah, the kills are really ramped up. Like you said, I love the fairy tale aspect of it too, especially with the backstory when he's like in the past and stuff, and he has like a servant.
Mhm.
What don't I like about it? Like, I don't know. I don't really know. I guess if I had a nitpick, it would be like if there was more kills, but there are a lot of kills in it. Yeah.
I also have a hard time trying to find what's wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's the female lead's performance is pretty
Oh
bad.
yeah.
And some of the humor is a bit like weird, I would say. Like when she's trying to lure her. Oh, that's another one of the great kills when she's trying to lure in the douchebag guy into the garage.
Yeah,
And then and it's like she's there, but it's actually a pair of lawn blades,
Mm-hmm.
and it cuts his face up, and it's off screen.
Yeah, the blood splashing on the wall.
Yeah, I think some of the humor is really funny, but it's also kind of weird. Like it's just her performance that makes it weird.
Yeah. God bless their hearts.
They were trying.
They were,
uh, well, I'm trying to think of at least one solid thing that I didn't like. Maybe that they did change so much of the rules, but then again, that could be contributed to the fact that it's a different Leprechaun,
mm-hmm.
and it might not be. So who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's get into the next section.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about the gore and the effects and the kills. We've already mentioned probably the two best kills in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other little subtle kills, like where the tea guy. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Oh,
that was nasty.
the guy from Mad TV. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that
typically
was
known
so.
as a comedian. Yeah, but like the espresso machine. Yeah, with the steam
Yeah,
steams him to death.
yeah. I love that scene. He's so funny in that moment. Oh, he's like, uh, what does he say? He says, I would have. Wait, oh, so it's me gold you want? Oh, gold espresso, not
Yeah.
espresso, express. And he's like, oh, I would take cash, but I could see you're a little short. It's
Oh, yeah.
like, that humor wouldn't fly today,
No.
but it's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Um, shame it wouldn't fly today because that's an hilarious joke.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then his death is probably the bloodiest because you get the most of it on screen.
Yeah. I guess if I had to pick one thing, I wish more of it was on screen, but
Yeah, the effects are pretty good too, from what we
Yep.
saw. We did get to see the friend who got his face cut up by the mowers when his body hangs at the door. You can see his face all
Mm-hmm.
mangled,
Mm-hmm.
which I wish they showed it when it was happening, but oh well.
Mm-hmm. I think the effects got stronger, like the kills got stronger as the series went on. Yeah.
Until part 4.
Oh god, yeah.
And then they got back to being okay. Maybe not
Yeah.
Leprechaun in the Hood, but have you seen the other ones besides 1 to 4?
No, I've only seen
1 to 4.
1 to 4, and before today, I hadn't even seen 4 all the way through. I'd only caught the tail end, so I had no idea what was going on. But I watched it all today. Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be a fun one. I gotta watch that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of the music? I actually have the soundtrack to this. I don't know. It's over there somewhere. I can't get to it right now. But I have it on CD.
I liked it.
I really like it. Yeah, I think it's a lot better music than the first. It fits more. It's more charming, more whimsical. It definitely has that Irish flair in it.
Yeah, they always had I
Little
you just want
Irish
to sing
key.
"Oh Danny Boy." Well, like hunting somebody
Yeah.
down with a knife. Yeah.
I like how it goes. Doo, 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 doo. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Like you just want to start like river dancing. Yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
more of a memorable score in part 2. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I think who did the score? I remember hearing. Uh, um. Oh, Jonathan Elias.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he composed the Children of the Corn remake, if I remember
Oh
correctly.
yeah. That's why that's why you got the oh, you get the oh, like that type of
Yeah.
style. Like you just see the kids
Yeah.
out in the field just singing.
They'll be singing doo, 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 doo.
Yeah.
Wrong movie, kids.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely a more defined score, definitely, because like they came in their own right as it went along, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, I really like the music in this movie. It's like its own identity. It's not like it's just trying to be a generic score.
Hmm.
Um, so let's get into our overall thoughts and let's see if something else you want to say about the music.
Nope, I just like it. I love the Children of the Corn music, so.
No, it's the remake of Children of the Corn, so they have like that. It's like freaking beatboxing in the Children of the Corn music. It's like
Uh-huh.
what? Um. So, what are your overall thoughts on Leprechaun 2?
I like it. Yeah, like I said, I like it better than part 1. It definitely feels like Warwick Davis is a lot more confident and having a lot more fun in the role. Like he's learning. He might in the first one he might have just thought he was gonna just do this one, but this really like
Mhm.
kind of like reestablished his career because before that he was like Wicket in Return of the Jedi, and then he was Willow,
Mhm.
and he's just like this was probably like a career definer for him. So by part 2, he probably knew that, and he started having a lot more fun, and you know.
And he embraced it. He didn't like
Mhm.
just say, "Oh, I hate this."
Mhm.
He's like Angus Scrimm in Phantasm. He just loved being that character.
Yeah. Without that, yeah.
Uh,
If they had changed the the actor at that point, I don't think they would have got as far as they did in the series. You know.
no, definitely not.
Mhm.
I what would you give it out of 5?
What did I give the last one, a 3.5? I'd give this one a
Yeah,
4. Yeah, I give it a 4.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think the film has a lot going for it. It felt like the middle ground between okay,
Mhm.
decent, but really enjoyable. Both of them are really enjoyable. Then the next one, it's like that's your stride, and you've already lost it with part 4.
Ah, yeah. Oh, God, we'll get to that.
um, I think this is the perfect if you want to watch the Leprechaun movies as cheesy little fun flicks, then watch the first 6
Mhm.
and then skip Origins, then watch the new one.
Yeah.
Um, but I think this if you want to just have a trilogy of Leprechaun films, you can't do any wrong with the first, second,
Oh,
and
yeah.
third.
It's almost as
Um,
good as the first 3 Child plays. Yeah, I like all 3 of those too. Like.
yeah, it's like Child's Play was the late 80s, early 90s. This was
Mhm.
the early 90s to mid 90s of
Mhm.
Leprechaun movies.
Yeah.
It really fit well, and I think I'd give it like a 3 out of 5.
Mhm.
It's not. It's definitely not the best movie out there. It's not really gonna change your opinion on the series. I think part 3 might,
Yeah.
uh, but you will have fun watching it for sure.
Mhm.
So I think that's gonna do it for this episode.
Mhm.
uh, so, but so thank you all for watching, and Lion Brian Gatto, the horror show host. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page, support me on Patreon, follow me on Twitter, and to check out Dave Maggot's YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to all those in the description below. And as always, and make sure to hit that notification bell. And as always,
Subscribe.
subscribe. There's a pop in that one.